Oh my God, it's a lot hotter than I thought it was gonna be. Today I started the vlog by going on a hike, only to find out that it was closed. Here, check out the footage.
It's 5:39 in the morning. Can't sleep, so I think it's about time I tried to go do something. Good morning, puppy. Good morning.
Quite disappointing. The one good thing though that came out of it was I did get to shoot my drone up a little bit, so if you guys want, like, check this out real quick. I thought they were still open for some reason. I mean, I understand the social distancing and everything, but I also remember hearing like the mayor saying something about like going on a hike and stuff like that. So that's kind of my mentality of it. It felt kind of like a disaster because right after I showed up and I saw the signs that said it was closed, I was kind of like giving up on the vlog already. I was like, oh man, and I already shot a little bit, and it just kind of like, have you ever had one of those days where you just like, or one of those projects where you quit and then you resent it and you're upset about it? I feel like today is one of those days. Needless to say, I was quite disappointed. And speaking of disappointment, today is my big day. I got to file for unemployment for the first time in my working history. Like, my entire time of working, I have never had to like be unemployed or be out of a job. I was always going from like job to job to job, but I had something planned out. I've never been unemployed and had to go on welfare or food stamps or whatever you want to call it. And that was kind of a bruise on my ego. I don't mind paying with my taxes, but it's also one of those things I don't want to have to use it because I feel like it's for other people that are important, but like I have to use it right now, which really sucks, but it's also good because it's there. So you got to be happy about that. One quick thing is I did learn a lot about this GoPro by taking it on a run with me today. Check out this footage I got real quick. It's some cinematic footage right here. To be out of a job right now is nice in one way, but it also sucks in another way. It's like a thought experiment. If you didn't have to work and you got to stay home every day, what would you do with your time? And that is the question we are all finding out. I'm finding out that I'm liking to run a lot, and I'm liking to take my dog out a lot. And I'm also finding that making these videos are fun a lot of times. But other times, like, I'll start one and I won't finish it. And like that almost happened today when I was like doing the vlog, going on the thing and realizing like I had one thing that got in my way and I stopped, and I shouldn't. And maybe that's a lesson for all of us in life, is like, no matter what, like, just come out with something. Put it out there for your own self gratification, because I mean, that is literally what's going to keep me from going insane. But it's like, if you want something bad enough, like, you got to go through it. The thing about it was, like, when I thought about quitting on the vlog again today, like, I started and then I had that one thing get in my way. It got me upset because I thought to myself, it's like, I'm not really a quitter. That's not in my stereotype. At least that's not how I view myself. It's like, you shouldn't quit just because you have one thing in your way. You got to keep going. You got to keep striving to get it. And one day it's going to work out. And like, today's the day that it's going to work out, because I'm going to finish this vlog and I'm going to do another one the next day or the next day. I don't know. Like, I'm looking through a lot of footage right now, and honestly, I'm finding a lot of cool shit. So there will be some cool videos coming up pretty soon. And to find out I don't have enough time in a day to do what I want to do is kind of disheartening as well, because like I felt like having all this, like when I was working, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, man, I'm gonna have all this time to do whatever I want. I'm finding out I don't have enough time to do all the things I want to do. One last thing I haven't been able to do is take Nancy out for a walk, because lately she's been a little bit limp. She's had like a limp leg, and it's been limiting her exercise. I got your toy.
I think it's safe to say she's back to normal.
I did put the 360 camera on her to see what it looked like, and this is what it looked like.
Come here. Come here, puppy. Come here. Good puppy. Good puppy. Come here. Come here. There you go.
I did get her to finally sit and stay. Check this out.
Sit. Good sit. Good sit. Stay. Good stay. Good stay. Break. I did teach her that.
But to go back to like life and quitting on things is like, you should never quit on something unless you've like done it exhaustively and it's something you don't want to do. Like, you have to really be honest with yourself and tell yourself that you don't want to do it. Like, if not, you have to go after it, and you got to not quit. And that's kind of what I'm doing today, is like, I'm taking that stance and I'm telling myself I'm not going to quit on this. I'm going to finish it up today and I'm going to complete it, because that's what I'm going to do. And I need to be more, I mean, maybe in life we get in our heads a lot, and like our internal editor tells us we can't do something, but like, you have to force yourself to tell that thing to shut up and keep going, because I mean, in order to have a fulfilled life, you have to complete these things, and anything that you want is not going to be easy. It's going to take time. And I mean, right now with the trying times that we're living in, like, you have to realize you have to be extra vigilant on trying to remain positive and going after things that you want. I was reading a book that my buddy Bruce gave me the other day. It's an art book and about shading, and I kind of got like a little bit overwhelmed by it, but like a thought came into my mind about anyone who's good at anything has to take the time and effort to like learn about it. And that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm learning about, you know, cinematography right now, and I'm trying to learn how to do like camera angles and stuff like that, and I'm experimenting with stuff. Like, I mean, that right there is a positive out of this too, is like, if I would have just quit and not gone ahead and kept filming today, I would have not been able to figure out that right there. So that's just a lesson in life. Don't quit. I'm gonna finish this run. Speaking of not quitting, all these people that are great at what they do, like, you know, like, you can't be a good painter unless you put in the 10,000 hours of painting. You can't be a good photographer unless you do hours and hours of shooting. You can't play the piano unless you practice. Like, you're not gonna sound good. You know, it takes so much practice, and you have to put in the time to do that. And if you're not putting in the time, then it isn't worth doing. So it's like, if you find something you love in life, don't quit. And this is one of those things I love doing, is I love making videos for you guys. I like getting comments back and interactions, and it's a lot of fun. So in a way, I'm really glad I didn't quit today's vlog, all because of that stupid little obstacle of the park being closed. And I continued on throughout the day, because there's so much that has happened since then. And I mean, that could happen every day. You know, I just gotta keep my eye out for it. So if you're feeling stuck, feeling frustrated, the answer isn't to relax. The answer isn't to avoid the pain of change. The answer is to lean in. And I gotta lean in.